A wholesome meal. So easy to prepare. Yummy and appetizing.
Nice.
Long grain basmati rice cooked perfectly. Is very inviting and has a nice aroma. If you have some fresh prawns, a small can of baked beans, a couple of fresh shiitake mushrooms, and some vegetables, you too can prepare this dish.
So good. Tastes so good.
Oh, so soft. So yummy, so soft and juicy, the prawns. So tempting, this food.
Nice. So juicy the prawns.
Come, let's go and see how we prepared this awesome tasting meal. If you have picked up just a can of processed food from the shelf, while on the shelf in the market, pests like cockroaches, rats and mice could have run over it or even urinated on it. We must make sure that we clean the can thoroughly before we make use of its contents for consumption. For this recipe, we shall use a medium-sized saucepan. Let's adjust the stove to medium-low heat and pour in about 2 tablespoons of cooking oil. While the oil is getting heated up, let's spread it around the base of the saucepan. We have prepared the ingredients earlier. You should also do so when you are free. Throw in some finely chopped garlic, followed by some thin slices of ginger. For those of you who love some heat in your food, julienned red chili pieces. 1 medium-sized red onion, quartered and peeled into petals. Let us give a good mix to all the ingredients and saute them nicely in the sizzling hot oil. Now we shall add in 1 teaspoon heaped salt. Mix well to make sure that the salt is evenly distributed. Here we have some fresh prawns, cleaned and deveined. We have kept intact the shells at the tail end of the prawns. Take note that we have not removed the legs near the head part of the prawns. This is to ensure that we get some extra flavors from the legs and the shells. Let's saute the prawns with the other ingredients until the prawns start to curl. Once the prawns have fully curled and their colors have changed to a light red shade, we can remove them and keep them aside. Avoid cooking the prawns once they are fully curled. This way the prawns will maintain a very good texture and they will be very juicy. Overcooking the prawns will make the texture become chewy and dry. The stems of the shiitake mushrooms are a bit hard and chewy. Let's chop them into tiny pieces before we add in the shiitake mushrooms. Take note that we have added the shiitake mushrooms as whole pieces. This is to ensure that we get a very juicy, flavorful feel when we bite into them later. After sauteing the mushrooms, we shall add in about 1/4 cup of mineral water so that they can get blanched easily. Simmer covered for about 2 minutes. After about 2 minutes, mix and turn all the mushrooms upside down. Cover and simmer for about another 2 minutes. After about 2 minutes, the mushrooms are nearly done. Let us push the mushrooms to one side of the pan. Julienne about half a carrot and add them into one side of the pan, like so. Add in a handful of mahogany green spinach into the remaining empty space. Add about another 1/4 cup of mineral water. Cover and simmer for about another 2 minutes. After about 2 minutes, let us use a pair of tongs to turn the vegetables. Take note that we didn't discard the young stems of the spinach. They are also very tasty and have a very high fiber content. We shall cover and simmer for about another 1 minute or so. After about 1 minute or so, we shall turn all the vegetables one more time and make room to add in the baked beans. In the process, we want to make sure that we don't overcook the vegetables. If overcooked, the greens will lose their fresh green color and won't look that appetizing for consumption. Into the space we created, we will now throw in the baked beans. You can use any brand of baked beans in tomato sauce. Here we are using about 200 grams of baked beans in tomato sauce. Cover and simmer for another 1 minute and reduce the stove to low heat. When we are able to notice vapor condensation on the glass cover, the baked beans is done. Make sure your stove is on low heat. We can now arrange in the perfectly cooked prawns which we kept aside earlier. Voila! look at how appetizing this dish looks. We can just eat it like that or have it with some rice or noodles. Let us top up with some roughly crushed black pepper powder. Off the stove, and let's garnish with some freshly picked Thai basil. This dish actually will go along with any other herbs. So what was available to us in our backyard garden was Thai basils today. So we plucked some of it and we are using it. You can use any other herbs.
Dinner is ready.